Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between FC Barcelona and Ferencvaros, and in this game Barcelona has won 3-0. It was a very entertaining match. There was so much that was going on within this game that we have to be talking about. And so the way that I'm going to organize this video is that I am going to be talking about the first half, the second half, and then my overall review of this whole game. If you guys are new here, this is basically what we do in every post-match review. We like to organize this into 3 different parts. And so we are going to be starting with the first half. And the first topic that we are going to be talking about, it is about the lineup. Now, if we look at this lineup here, I think that this was a lineup that was expected. We were expecting many starters to miss this match, especially when we did not have Coutinho, Lionel Messi, and Ter Stegen available. This was a lineup where we really have to see what worked and what didn't. Many youth players were going to be involved, and so it was a strong lineup in general. I think that this is the type of lineup that can get the job done against teams like Ferencvaros. My only worry was that we saw Busquets and Pjanic in that double pivot. I wanted to see Carlos Elenia start in this match, but Koeman does favor players such as Pjanic and Busquets to play in that double pivot. But overall, I was pleased with this lineup. I was not mad or frustrated at all when I did see this lineup. So here's how I am going to talk about the first half. I want to break this into 2 key points. The first key point is going to be about Antoine Griezmann and Martin Braithwaite. I really do want to talk about these 2 players because I believe that what's going on here, what's going on with these 2 players, this is something that's going to be greatly important to talk about in the upcoming months as this season does progress. Because here's the thing, Martin Braithwaite and Antoine Griezmann yet again have hopped on the score sheet for the 3rd time in a row. Starting with Antoine Griezmann, on the 14th minute, we did see Antoine Griezmann receive a cross inside the box, and then Antoine Griezmann within that box scored a backheel goal. It was a beauty coming from Antoine Griezmann. I love the way Antoine Griezmann finished that goal inside the box. If it wasn't for the brilliant cross coming from Jordi Alba, that goal would have never happened. And we should be very glad to see that Jordi Alba doesn't necessarily always have to find a player to cross it to like Lionel Messi. It doesn't always have to be Lionel Messi. I'm glad to see that Alba is finally starting to find a player like Antoine Griezmann. This is the 2nd time within 2 or 3 weeks we have been seeing Jordi Alba and Antoine Griezmann have that connection in the final third area. And seeing Antoine Griezmann's goal, right? Seeing the type of goal he scored against Ferencvaros in the style that he did, I truly do believe that the confidence is being regenerated into his body in order for him to perform in this way. Because to be very honest, if we were to go back 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 weeks ago, Antoine Griezmann looked like he cannot even take on any players, let alone score any goals. And many people were saying that he lost his confidence. We're never going to see that Antoine Griezmann that we once did see 2 or 3 years ago. But in this match, it really did look like Antoine Griezmann's confidence skyrocketed to the point where we actually could see the old Antoine Griezmann that we once knew back in the 2018 World Cup, back in the 2017 Champions League under Diego Simeone. I honestly do think that Antoine Griezmann is going to continue to deliver in this way throughout the whole course of this season. And so this is going to be a huge plus for FC Barcelona. I think that it is only a matter of time before we do see Antoine Griezmann completely gel and understand the players such as Lionel Messi and Philippe Coutinho. And once you have that connection, right? Once you do have Coutinho and Messi and Griezmann truly understand each other on the field, that is when you truly do have something going for yourself in this season. And as for Martin Braithwaite, on the 21st minute, Martin Braithwaite scored the exact replica of Antoine Griezmann's goal. If it wasn't for the cross of Dembele, that goal would have never happened. And I'm going to be talking about Dembele later in this video because I think that what happened with Dembele within the first half is something that we also do need to talk about. But besides that, yes, the cross was perfect, but I believe that because of Martin Braithwaite's great positioning in the box, that is what really helped Braithwaite get on the score sheet yet again. And here's the thing about positioning yourself on the field. When you are a player and you are very well aware that you do not have the technique or the skill like the Neymar Juniors, like the Philippe Coutinhos or the Lewandowskis, when you know you don't have that and you cannot create a goal by yourself, one of the best ways to cure that and to become very effective as a goal scorer scorer is to position yourself extremely well on the field. When you time yourself right and when you put yourself in the right position, that is going to greatly increase your chances of scoring on the field. And Martin Braithwaite has shown that against Ferencvaros. And so I am extremely happy with what Braithwaite brought to the table in tonight's match. And I want to take a moment, right? Let's take a step back and really look at the big picture of what's really going on in Barcelona. Let's analyze Martin Braithwaite's and Griezmann's form as of late. In these past 3 games, they have hopped on the score sheet. 4 to 5 weeks ago, we have been having the conversation of Barcelona needs a number 9. Barcelona needs a striker. We need a striker who can score goals in order for us to become even better and progress in order to compete against the tough teams like City or Bayern or Liverpool. And I think that the fact that we are seeing Martin Braithwaite and Griezmann contribute in this way, situations such as these is going to greatly cure the problem of Barcelona not having a number 9. And now I do want to move on to Dembele, which is going to be my second key point. So yes, it is true. Dembele did score a goal in this match. He scored a penalty, but that is not what I want to focus on in today's performance from Dembele. What I really want to focus on is his contributions on the wings. That is something that we must talk about, because I think that the fact that we're seeing Dembele build up play with players such as Jordi Alba, Busquets, Antoine Griezmann, Martin Braithwaite, and seeing the type of crosses Dembele is putting out, that is something that's going to be highly valued from FC Barcelona. These are the type of qualities that's going to make this club want to keep and maintain Dembele for years to come, because at the moment, Barcelona do not have players who can do what Dembele does bring on the field. And to be very honest, if it wasn't for Jordi Alba and Dembele's brilliant link up on that left wing area, Antoine Griezmann's goal would have never happened in the first place. Dembele and Jordi are working brilliantly on that left wing area, and I am happy to see that Dembele is truly working hard in order for him to become a very important player for this team again. And seeing Dembele's pinpoint accurate passing, which is his crossing into the box, that is something that you are not born with. That does take a lot of practice in order for you to be really effective, and you can tell that Dembele has been working on those type of crosses for a very long time. And the last point that I do want to make in the first half is going to be revolving Antoine Griezmann, Martin Braithwaite, and Dembele. On the 28th minute, Martin Braithwaite won a penalty that did lead towards Dembele scoring that penalty in the first half. But what I believe happened in that moment was something truly special, because yes, Martin Braithwaite won the penalty. He did have the ball. He was going to take that penalty, but then Martin Braithwaite said, I'm going to give the ball towards Dembele. Griezmann got the goal. I got the goal. Now it's time for Dembele to score this goal. And I do believe that because we saw that, this is something that we did see with Barcelona 6 to 7 years ago. The days where we did see Xavi and Iniesta and Messi and Busquets and David Villa and many other players give each other the ball so everyone can get on the score sheet. And I'm happy to see that that spirit, that type of energy is coming back towards the players such as Martin Braithwaite, Antoine Griezmann, Dembele, Trincao, and many other players. Because what that's going to allow is for the players to move as a collective. No player should be left behind, and I'm glad that these players truly do understand that every player should contribute in some way, and we are going to continue to see that later throughout this season. And so overall, this was a great first half. And so now I do want to speak about the second half, because in the second half, it was a very different half compared to the first half. Barcelona did not score not one goal in the second half, but let me tell you, it was not a bad thing, and I'm going to be explaining why. So I believe that Barcelona, when it came to their tempo, it remained. Barcelona were still very fast, they were moving, but what I believe dropped within the second half was their finishing. And I understand why Barcelona had trouble scoring goals in the second half. It was because due to multiple changes, many players wanted to get minutes, and so we never really had time to gel in order for us to gain some type of rhythm within the second half. But at the same time, I think that this is a second half where Koeman wanted to test many youngsters on the field in order for the team to start gelling. I do believe that this Barcelona side in the second half was a very different team compared to the first half. Barcelona did have many chances to create, but again, I think that Barcelona did struggle on trying to finish those chances. For example, Trincao, there were so many times where he could have scored, but he missed many times. I do believe that Trincao did not have his night against Ferencvaros. It even came to a point where Trincao could not even take on any players on the field. And then as for Dembele, we did see Dembele take on so many players. He was very entertaining to watch, but in the end, Dembele could not score within the second half, and you can truly see that Dembele wanted to score a open play goal goal besides the penalty. But in this night, it did not happen. And it was very unfortunate because I truly do think that Dembele deserved a open play goal. So in the second half, we went from who's going to score to are we even going to score in the second half? But again, it was truly understandable to see why we did struggle. Many youth players did get their chances and minutes on the field. That is the only thing we wanted to see. I do believe that Barcelona already had the game locked down within the second half. But the one player that I do want to talk about that really stood out was Riqui Puig. I think that Riqui Puig had a tremendous performance in the 20 minutes that he was given from Ronald Koeman. Riqui Puig was that player that created many chances for players such as Trincao, Dembele, and Conrad de la Fuente. That is the only reason why Barcelona in the second half even had chances to begin with. It was because of Riqui Puig. But again, unfortunately, those players could not finish those chances. But overall, if we look at this game, combining the second half and the first half, this was a great game coming from FC Barcelona. And now that we have won against Ferencvaros 3-0, this does put us into first place with Juventus coming in at second. And our next game in the Champions League is going to be against Juventus. And it is going to be a very tough match. But even though Juventus does win against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, Barcelona is still going to remain in first place. So there's really nothing to really play for Barcelona. But I think that if we do get a win against Juventus, that is only going to give us even more confidence and momentum and belief to think that we can do great damage within this tournament. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona post-match review. Again, Barcelona has won against Ferencvaros 3-0. Let me know what you guys did like, what did you not like, what do you think about the first half, and what did you think about the second half. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.